Let's now have problem number 5. The following invoices, all with terms 5, 10, and 30, and 60, were paid together on May 15. What amount is remitted if invoice number 1 dated March 30 is for 39,445? Invoice number 2 dated April 15 is for 59,550. And invoice number 3 dated May 10 is for 86,520. So analyzing the problem, this is the given term of discount na 5, 10, 230, and 60, wherein it only means that within the 10-day period, you can avail a 5% discount. Within a 30-day period, you can avail a 2% discount, and the due date is after 60 days from the date of the invoice. So, if this is paid all together on May 15, yung first invoice daw, this problem is the same with problem number 4, wherein we have 3 scenarios, or we have 3 invoices, and then we have different invoice dates. But altogether, they will be paid on May 15. That is March 30 yung for invoice number 1. The first invoice date, March 30, is for the net price sub 1 na 39,445. That is for the first invoice. For the second invoice, your invoice date is April 15, and this is your net price sub 2. And then for the third scenario, this is your invoice date number 3 or sub 3, and this is the net price for the third scenario. So let's now write the given and the find, and we proceed with the solution. So for the given values, the first given value is the terms of discount, which is 5, 10, 230, and 60. These are your terms. Next, for the first invoice date, we have March 30. You can write ID, sige, sub 1, to indicate that this is the first invoice date. Next, we have 39,445. This is the net price sub 1, or the net price for the first given invoice. Next, let's have the invoice number 2. The invoice date for invoice number 2 is April 15. April 15. This is ID sub 2. And then, the amount is 59,550. This is the net price sub 2, or the net price for the second invoice. Next, for the third invoice, we have May 10, which is the invoice date sub 3, since this is for the third invoice, and the net price sub 3 is equivalent to 86,520. This is your net price sub 3. So these are all the given values. Next, for the find, obviously they're looking for the still total amount payable for these 3 scenarios. So we will just do the same process for number 5, the same way that we did for problem number 4. So let's now proceed with the solution. So for the solution, let us first identify the amount payable for invoice number 1 with the net price equivalent to 39,445. So next, 1 minus d sub r. So we must identify what discount rate is applicable for the invoice number 1. So, going back again, our terms of discount is 510, then 230, and 60. If invoice number 1 is dated, it's dated on March 30, invoice date, and this will be paid on May 15. Again, we have to look for the number of days from March 30 to May 15 so that we can identify what discount is applicable for this type of scenario. So, the same process that we did for the last problem, yung problem number 4. So, lagyan nyo ulit ng technique or kung ayaw, pwede din namang you count the number of days from March 30 to May 15 na as in talagang yung count using your calendar in your cell phone. So, or, kaya nung ginagawa ko, from March 30, let's start with March 30 up to, yung March ay January, February, March. So, ibig sabihin, nasa knuckles may 31. So, ibig sabihin, ito ay may 1 day. Next, January, February, March, April. Si April, from April 1 up to April, si April ba ay may 30 or 31. So, January, February, March, April. Nandito sa between ng knuckles. So, 30 lang siya. So, obviously, from April 1 to 30, we have 30 days. Next, from January, February, March, April, May. From May 1 up to the date kung kailan babayaran, we have 15. Obviously, we have 15 days. So, adding this number of days, we have 46 days na lilipas from March 30 to May 15. So, going back to the terms of discount, saan papatak si 46 days? Obviously, hindi siya dito sa 10-day period. Hindi din dito sa 30-day period. So, mag-fall siya with the period or with the term in 60. Meaning, walang discount and malapit na siya sa due date. So, ibig sabihin, we have 0 discount rate. So, simplifying the whole equation, we will come up with 39,445 as the amount payable sub 1. So, let's now proceed with the second invoice. So, for the second invoice, amount payable sub 2, the net price for the second invoice is 59,550 multiplied by 1 minus, we still don't know what discount rate are we going to use. So, amount payable or yung invoice number 2 ay dated ng April 15. Tapos, babayaran ng May 15. So, ngayon, from the invoice date na April 15 up to May 15, ilang days daw yung lilipas. So, from April 15 to April 30, kanina na-identify na natin na April ay hanggang 30 lang. So, obviously, this is 15 days. So, then again, from April, tapos May. May 1 to May 15, we also have 15 days. Adding this to, we have 30 days. Then, balik dun sa terms of discount. Obviously, this day or yung April 15 is within the 30-day period. So, we can avail a 2% discount. And that becomes your discount rate na 2% or equivalent siya to 0.02. So, again, ulit, paano ko nakuha yung 0.02? we start with the invoice date of invoice number 2, which is April 15. Then, babayaran siya ng May 15. So, ilang days yung lilipas from April 15 up to May 15? It's either you count na as in talagang bilang-bilang or yung ganitong technique na from April 15 to 30, meron akong 15 days. Obviously. Then, obviously also, pagkatapos ng April, May. May 1 to May 15, meron din tayong 15 days. Adding this two, we will have 30 days. Saan siya papasok sa mga given na terms? 5, 10, 230, or N60 ba? So, obviously, hindi papasok dito sa 5, 10 kasi within a 10-day period lang to. Dito siya ngayon, papasok sa term na 230 kasi this 2% will be given within the range of 30 days. That's why we have a 2% discount for the second invoice. Kaya, naging 0.02 yung discount rate. So, let's now solve for 59 or for the second invoice. So, typing it directly in your calculator, 59,550, open parenthesis, 1 minus 0.02, close parenthesis, you press equal sign, the answer is 58,359, and that is the amount payable sub 2. Next, let's proceed with the third invoice. Konti na lang. I hope you're still learning. Amount payable sub 3. For the third scenario, the amount payable is, or the net price is 86,520 multiplied by 1 minus the discount rate. So, let's identify what discount rate are we going to use for invoice number 3. Let's go back to the invoice date of invoice number 3, which is May 10. And this will be paid on May 15. O, ayan na. Obvious naman na there is a 5-day difference from this period up to this one. Sorry, this is 15. Then, you check. Saan ba siya magpo-fall? 5, 10, 230, or N60? So, dito siya sa 5, 10 na period kasi yung 5 days natin is within the 10-day period. That's why we can avail a 5% discount. So, meaning to say, the discount rate is 5% or 0.05. Okay? So, simplifying the whole equation, using your calculator, we will come up with 86,520, open parenthesis, 1 minus 0.05 or 0.05. Close parenthesis, equal sign. The answer is 82,194. So, that's the amount payable for invoice number 3. Then, since they are looking for the amount payables in total, all we have to do is add 39,445, 58,359, and 82,194. So, the total amount payable is 39,445. Bakit ito kasha? Tas yung kanina hindi. 58,359 plus 82,194. So, using your calculator, you just add those three numbers. 39,445 plus 58,359, 39,445, 58,359 plus 82,194, 82,194. You press equal sign and the final answer is 179,998. And that is our final answer. No need to box. Nasa sani lang ako mag-box. Pero, if you want to box your final answer, then you may. If you don't want, then leave it as it is. It's fine with me. So that's the whole computation for problem number 5.